Yes! Finally! Alright guys, welcome back to the Remotorcycled garage. Different Remotorcycled garage from last time. I think last time I did a video was 6 months ago, probably, for the what was it called, when I was out on my bike with JB Beckett doing up some hills. Sorry, I can't stand still, it's been a while since I've done this. And then before that, last motorbike content related video was about 11 months ago on the XS 750. So, been a while, been a lot of changes happening at that time. So we're obviously in a different garage, which I'll do a full video on, but I moved house, well, got the keys to a new house in January last year, 2023, and vastly underestimated how much that house needed to get it up to the standard and get it livable. It was a bit of a fixer-upper, and to be honest, the last year has just kicked my ass getting all that sorted. So hence the drop off in motorbike content, hence the drop off in any content, purely because there was just so much focus and energy trying to get all that sorted. So yeah, been a bit absent, but definitely missed this, definitely missed YouTube content creation, but for a lot of the time felt like I was spinning my wheels, couldn't really get close to what I wanted to. But I think we've had a little bit of a breakthrough. So one of the things I was looking at was that there's going to be an update video. We'll get into content as and when I can, but I want to show you where we're at just now. Sorry. So if you don't want to listen to me shoot shit in my garage, turn off now. Please stay. So, first things first, that bit of paper I showed you at the start of the video, that is probably 2 to 3 years hard work pandering to the DVLA, because that XS 750 that I bought, that I'm working on, I bought that without a V5, which would be okay in the grand scheme of things, and usually you just go through the process to apply for a new V5, but everything that I'd started to do was working against me. So this, we'll go into details as to why, but this is acceptance of re-registering the bike with a period correct number plate, which needed me to go through getting the Nova registration, because the DVLA couldn't actually find the frame of the bike that I bought, even though I had matching serial numbers. There was no record of this bike. Whatever happened, I have no idea, but when I've tried to re-register it, it's flagged in their system, and yeah, cue me having to jump through hoops. And I definitely didn't want to just admit defeat. I kind of wanted to show the DVLA, didn't want them to win. So ultimately, what did I end up having to do? COVID times, I tried to get the bike, the bike's over here. Tried to get the bike registered, which, there it is. Tried to get the bike registered, and it kind of flagged up issues, and then they wouldn't tell me why. Left it a few years, changed my story. Because the bike's been stripped down, it's really hard to get, oh, can you show us pictures of it? Can you do this? Can you do that? Luckily, because I was a little dweeb back in the day and I had my blog on the go, I had loads of pictures of the bike. So I was able to get them pictures, but then still they wouldn't give me a V5, and it ultimately boiled down to the frame number they had didn't have a VIN. It had a frame number, a matching engine number, but it didn't match anything on their system. So I had to then go down the route of getting a specialist to verify, like I think I went to the classic Japanese motorcycle company, they verified the bike, sent that back to the DVLA with a special dated letter and everything else. They were happy, apart from the Nova registration was never completed for this frame, so I had to go through and get the Nova completion. So since about April I've been wrestling with the DVLA to try and get this sorted, and it's been a really long drawn out process, but success. We now have a V5 for that bike, and for me, I didn't want to do all this work and then not be able to get it registered. I didn't want to change loads of bits and modify it and not have issues getting it registered again. And I didn't want to go for a shitty Q plate or anything like that, because I've done mods to the frame, I've done other bits and bobs. So really, this long drawn out process was one that I kind of had to go through. I hopefully never have to do it again, because I'll never be stupid enough to buy a bike without a V5 again, he says. So So yeah, so now that I've got that back, I'm less nervous about spending time and money and getting this bike put together. However, let's turn the camera around. My new Boyd's of Bedford mug. Check them out. British guys do some cool clothes. Anyway, I can't remember if I've done a video in the garage, and this is what I'm dealing with. Prepare your anus. So, anyone that knows renovations knows that, yeah, ultimately your space, there's a constant battle for building materials, all other kinds of bits and bobs, and the house renovation has been pretty substantial. It's been, every room has been touched, if not carpets up, there's been walls knocked down, there's been new chipboard being put in, there's been plumbing and everything. And me and my infinite wisdom and unbelievable stubbornness has wanted to try and tackle a lot of that myself with the help of friends and family. My dad, my parents have been awesome, the girlfriend's been awesome. But it's a huge task, and ultimately it needs a certain amount of energy that you don't have much of. You probably have a year and a half worth of energy to try and get that done until the house is in a livable state. But I mean, some pictures here can show you the kitchen. We put a new kitchen in. It's now into a place where I think it's looking pretty good, and that in itself, there was a huge amount of work done on the run up to Christmas because we had loads of people staying at the house because we hosted Christmas this year. So really good. But as a result, the house has moved on quite a bit, so there's still a few rooms to kind of get boxed off, but it's not going to be as draining on my time because it's livable, and the jobs that are currently needing to be finished are more enjoyable little ones, like building a funky headboard for a room, the master bedroom, and finishing off all the little details. So, which means now I can turn my focus to getting some of this shite out here, some of this building materials out here, reclaiming my garage and building it how I want. So it is a double garage. Oh, sorry, it just breaks my heart looking at this. It's got a beer fridge though. Sweet, delicious beer. But we've got two sides to it. Be the double garage, which is good, but unfortunately the old shit that sold me it's unfair. The old man that sold me the house may or may not have been a little bit coy about some of the damage in the garage, and having bought the house in a storm and it being a little bit of a rush buy because of mortgage reasons and everything else, there wasn't a huge amount of time to go and look at all the intricacies of the house, and there's a bit of damage there that needs to be looked at until we really get a truly secure wind and watertight garage. So it's a bit shit. We'll do a full garage, what I want to do there, but ultimately I need to reclaim the space. Hello Scrambles, hello bike lift, and then we can get back on with really just getting this bike sorted. This bike here is going to be a focus, getting this sandblasted. I think all the fabrication's done, but that's it. It's been so long I've forgotten what I have and haven't done, so I need to go and have a look at that as well. What else is new? What's coming this year? I may have bought a car that I'd wanted for a while, starting with 9 and finishing with 11, and I'll do some videos on that. That was a bit of a rash purchase, but I've always wanted one, so hopefully we can get some cool content with that. It's currently tucked away for the winter. Winters are absolutely brutal up here, northern Aberdeenshire, so yeah, I really need to try and get that back and we can shoot some cool videos. So what else? I've been really struggled, and I don't know, I guess people in the comments hit me up. Creativity, energy to do this kind of shit is limited. I don't know how I did it a few years ago when I used to get up so early and go and do stuff on the bike, but I guess I had a much more accessible garage and a clear plan in my head as to what I was wanting. So when you fall off the radar a little bit and fall off the wagon, it's quite hard to build that momentum. But especially with creativity, if you say, right, oh, I need to go and build something on my motorbike frame, well, my motorbike frame's here, but I'm surrounded by shite that I just can't really get to at the moment, so you kind of don't want to do anything, so you fall behind a little bit, and unfortunately that's just the nature of the beast. House takes priority. Get myself and my girlfriend a home that's nice and livable is always going to be more important, unfortunately, than motorbikes. So what else? I am kind of rambling, just trying to think what else is coming this year. So get that bike sorted, I think that'll be a fun little project. Need to find all the bits for it and try and remember where I was at with it. With this lift, which is hidden by, again, more shite, should be able to roll bikes up and work on them a lot easier now, which is going to be fun. I'm going to sort this garage out. It needs a rewire. There's 2 lights in it and 1 plug in the whole place. What is it with, or 4 plugs, but that's it. What is it with people that they clearly had to wire it at some point, so why not just fucking do it properly? So it'd be cool to get this garage turned into a bit of a nicer space. What else? Oh, been working with so whilst I've not been able to do anything creativity wise in the garage, I have been writing a lot of music and kind of updating the stuff I've previously written, working with a really cool guy called Nick Broomhall. He's a YouTuber, but he does a lot of writing and music and mixing and mastering. I don't know why I'm telling you this, but something I'm working on is with him is just improving and learning how to get better at making songs. So intro song, there's a new one. I'll play a little bit more of it in the outro, so you should hopefully hear some tunes that are a little bit better recorded moving forward, because that's been a really nice creative outlet because I've not been able to do any of this stuff. So yeah, I'm a fat bastard at the moment as well. I'm eating, drinking too much, too many mince pies. So what? Just gibbering now. I don't know what. I wanted to just do an update video. I kind of wanted to do one closing the year out and going into a little bit more detail, but that kind of drifted away. So I just wanted to welcome everyone to the new year. Happy New Year. There will be more content. Please bear with me. It's something I really want to try and grow a little bit more this year without too much pressure. If I can get a couple of videos a month, that might be a good way to do it, and then we'll take it from there. But up until then, it's just going to be a battle. So what I might do is a wee garage video with my thoughts, my plans. Do that next, and then whilst I do that, maybe do a little clean up in it as well, time lapse. Some of you perverts like all that stuff, so just kidding, I'm the pervert. And that should be about it. So short and sweet ish for me. Catch all you guys soon. Hopefully we'll be back to building bikes in no time. Take it easy. Bye bye.